What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Darth Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so don't miss future videos. I did sell some stocks today, and I'm going to save it for this weekend, possibly on Sunday. I'll explain my rationales as to why I sold a few stocks and threw it into MSTY. But the potential with MSTY, earning passive income, buying my dividend growth stocks, and increasing my monthly passive income, there's a lot of potential. Now, there's a big risk with that. There's no guarantees with the Yieldmax ETFs. Things can go bad, things can go up, they can go down. You have to be aware with these Yieldmax ETFs. The thing is, I want to make X amount of dollars a month to distribute into my dividend growth stocks, and MSTY is the perfect volatile high yield dividend ETF right now for me to help turbocharge my dividend portfolio. So I'm going to show you how many shares I own. I'm going to show you my potential with my dividend portfolio with owning these amount of shares with MSTY, and I'll tell you my long-term plans with MSTY. So if you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit notification bell so don't miss future videos. Smash that like button. Let's check out MSTY right now. Right now, with getting shares of MSTY, my total income for this year, $18,088.54. I've been paid $17,094.57. My pending income is $369.06. Estimated income, $624.91. Average monthly income is $1,507.38. So with my dividend portfolio, again, I want to create my own retirement pension. So what I need to do is use these Yieldmax ETFs. All right, I've loaded up an NVDY. I'll show you my shares with NVDY. I'll show you with MSTY right now, and I'm going to show you my plans with CONY. I'm just going to add a little bit of information. So right now, my upcoming dividends, okay, these are all estimated. AMDY 5673, CONY 7025, SQY 3561, MSTY. Right now I'm at 77 shares, so that was a huge move. Estimated, it's not guaranteed, so you have to be aware of that. AIPI estimated 8450, FEPI 3124, YBTC 2473. So you're just seeing some estimated, okay? And let me jump to, do they have TSLY somewhere? I think. I don't have the estimated one for TSLY for the future one. But again, that's not a guarantee. But to use that passive income to buy dividend growth stocks is what I'm doing with MSTY, NVDY, and CONY, and all the Yieldmax ETFs. So I'm going to jump to eTrade right now, and I'll do a quick review on MSTY. So my estimated income on eTrade, remember I have two dividend portfolios. My estimated income on eTrade, $9,051.72. That's not a guarantee. But NVDY, CONY, see these two right here? The estimated income right here, that is going to go by my little section that I have on M1 Finance, which is right here with NVDY and MSTY. So look at how much I earn with these two. Actually, $5,555. Sure, the market gain is going to be down. MSTY is very volatile, up and down. So, it's very volatile. When the stock market's up, things are good. When Bitcoin's good, MSTY is good. I'm going to anticipate it's going to go back down eventually with MSTY. So, again, reinvesting the dividends, using the income to buy dividend growth stocks, loading up on MSTY and CONY. So those are going to be my three targets. But what I plan on doing is, getting to at least 100 shares or so on eTrade, with MSTY and use that income to buy MSTY on here, just like what I'm doing with NVDY, just to build up this portfolio and feed it with passive income options income, and then start buying dividend stocks in here. So this process it's going to take probably a good 2 to 3 years to really perfect, but that's one thing that I plan on doing. Then CONY is going to buy CONY on here, and it's just going to keep on going and going and going. But the risk is, if things take a hit, it's not good. So right now, MSTY and NVDY, again, not financial advice, but they appear to be pretty good right now. And you're seeing my estimated income reinvesting into my dividend portfolio. So right now, I'm starting to buy the higher yielding business development companies since they're down, and really build up the dividend portfolio. And those high income business development companies using their revenue to buy dividend growth stocks. Hopefully 2 to 3 years, I never have to touch those business development companies again. And then just build up that dividend portfolio, turbocharge the dividend portfolio, increase my net worth. Really, hopefully, I'm hoping to start at the end of 2015 making $1,000 or more, maybe even $2,000 or more. I'm sorry, 2025. I said 2015. That's how I'm getting old. But that income, $2,000 to help build that dividend portfolio. And then maybe I can get to 3,000, 4,000. If I could really get to $5,000, and that's a huge risk, but if I can get to $5,000 in passive income with the Yieldmax ETFs, I mean, that could blow up my face too. But if I can get to that type of income a month just to build and give a nice kick and zing my dividend portfolio on here, I might get to the point where I never have to touch it again because I'm using that income, building it up, building it up, building it up, and then the dividend snowball effect is going to kick in. Because I'm going to be honest with you, do I see myself at 55 retiring on dividends? I really haven't even thought about that. I want to do, it's a process. I want to do a process. I don't want to think long term. I want to take it systematically and process in the phases. Would it be great to make it to 100,000? Yes. Can I make it to 100,000? Maybe. But I got a process that I need to do, and I need to get there first before I even start considering retiring in passive income, flipping that passive income, because I want to really, if I can, okay, when I get to phase 4 with this dividend portfolio, not have to put any money in whatsoever, and then I can focus on etrade and building up a very powerful dividend portfolio with monthly dividends, quarterly dividends. Okay, that's kind of the goal. So again, I'm not even at phase 2. Phase 2 is where some of my high yielders start funding the dividend growth stocks. So I'm not even there to where I'm really starting to get that. Maybe halfway through next year, I might be able to do that, but I'm not at phase 2. Phase 1 right now with my portfolio is just giving a little bit of juice to every dividend stock that I own, funding it, and at least getting like around $10 of distribution, quarterly dividends for some of my dividend stocks, higher yielders, at least get around that, or $20. But the dividend growth one is probably going to be phase 3, where everything focuses on the dividend growth stocks. So the income from the Yieldmax. So phase 1 is kind of like the Yieldmax ETF, starting to fund it, starting to build it, starting to get to a point where I can get to maybe 2,000 a month with the Yieldmax ETFs to fund things. I'm not there yet. So that's kind of my phase 1. It's kind of like an integration, adding enough shares to start getting things going. And then phase 2 is the higher yielders get to at least 200, 400 shares in some of them. and then never touch them again, use their income to buy the dividend growth stocks. If I can get $200 quarterly with some of them, okay, you see what I did with Arbor Realty Trust, making like $300 some a quarter. Arbor is going to be funding that. The plan is for next year, Arbor is going to be funding Realty Income. I want to get to 200 shares of Realty Income. I think it's possible by the end of the year, but I'm going to have to really strategize and use passive income with EPR properties, with some of the monthly dividend stocks. And then after I fund Realty Income, then I'm going to go straight into Main Street Capital. It gets 200 shares of Main Street Capital. So that's kind of my goal. But I'm just kind of revealing you phase one, how things are working, how things are tweaking. I mean, if I can do this in 5 years, a phase each year, that would be fantastic. But that's not possible. I'm going to say maybe 10 years I can complete these phases. And then, to phase 4, and then phase 5 is when I flip everything and earn the passive income. But I'm not there yet. It's a process. I'm telling you, the one thing I kind of really liked about Nick Saban when he sat down and discussed, the goals. Everybody wants to retire in passive income. Everybody wants to retire on this. Everybody wants to make $100,000. Everybody wants to make $50,000. But you have to get the process going, okay? Start doing your assignments. You start focusing on what you have to do. What are you going to do to load up on the Yieldmax ETFs? What are you going to do to focus on the business development companies? What are you going to do to build the dividend growth stocks? I kind of like the way he explained the process and progression. That's the key, is progression, okay? Getting there. Yes, there's a long-term goal. Everybody wants to earn a lot of money in passive income, but you have to understand the progression to get to that point. And this is what I'm slowly doing, and dissecting, fixing, tweaking. That's what I want to do. So if you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Let me jump to MSTY real quick, and we'll just do that real quick before I jump to my disclaimer. So right here with MSTY, okay, it's 37.10. Very volatile right now. Going to go up and down. I think this is one of the Yieldmax's best options income ETF. Now, it's not shares of it. Remember that. It's not going to beat MSTR, the stock. I'm just being straightforward. But looking at it, its potential and its passive income trends are quite impressive. So we're going to jump to that. I'm on their website. Their distribution rate is 152.26%. Again, the fund strategy will cap its potential gains if MSTR shares increase in value. So its distribution right now, 412, 252, 303, 233, 194, 185, 419, 442. You're seeing the volatility. So there's no expectation that it's going to be $4. If I can get to 200 of MSTY, that's a possibility, or 300, and start loading it up even more and getting it more powerful. I mean, that's what I want to do, but I'm going to have to go on etrade, get X amount of shares of MSTY just so I can fund MSTY and M1 Finance. So I need to get MSTY pretty big on M1 Finance and then build a separate and the brokerage just to fund that and go from there. So that's kind of the plan. That's going to be the plan with TSLY. That's going to be the plan with AMDY. That's going to be the plan with SQY. Probably get to 100 shares of SQY and use that to fund SQY and etrade, or I'm sorry, M1 Finance. So that's kind of the goal, what I'm going to do, to get a little bit of a kick and a zing, because I can't really do options on M1 Finance. And I have these guys do it for me with Yieldmax, and yes, they're synthetic calls, but the things are looking pretty good. If you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I'll have a video for you tomorrow. Take care, and I'm going to jump to my disclaimer. So as a reminder, this is a disclaimer. Do not use my YouTube channel for any form of financial advice. It's strictly for entertainment purposes only. Investing is a big risk. You can gain money, you can lose money. So be aware and do your due diligence. Go see a financial advisor for financial advice and a tax advisor for tax advice. You should not use my YouTube channel for any form of financial advice or tax advice. Again, I'm going to say this again, entertainment purposes only. Things can blow up in your face with this. I myself, 39, single, no kids. If something bad happens with this money, I'm in good shape. You, on the other hand, it might be different. So that's why you should go see a financial advisor. So you should not follow what I do. I'm just showing you my passive income journey. Take care and have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow.